The knowledge of the holy Dharma. Buddhism is education, not religion. Education is learning. We have a respectful and sincere mind to learn from masters. The ancients often said, "Only seek to learn, not seek to teach." This is the teacher's way. Only students come to study, and no teachers come to you to teach you. If there is no such reason, then this Tao will not be respected. Respect for teachers. Teachers have the dignity of teachers. You must know how to study. Which one is good knowledge? Which is a good teacher? Today, we are teaching this ethics, and I will tell you that this has been passed down from ancient times. And it is really passed down from ancestors. Who is your good teacher? The person you admire and admire the most in your own mind is your virtuous advisor and your good teacher. The person you admire in your heart, even if he is a mortal, and he is an unknown person, a quiet person, you admire him the most and respect him the most. If you learn from him, you can succeed. Amitabha Buddha has come, Shakyamuni Buddha has come, if you have no respect for him. If you don't admire him, you follow the Buddha every day, and you can't learn anything. Where is this truth? In fact, it's very simple. You don't admire him. You listen to what he says, but you refuse to follow suit. He taught you one thing, but you did other thing, disobedient. The teacher you really admire, you are obedient. It doesn't matter if the teacher doesn't achieve himself. The teacher can't do it. You can do everything the teacher teaches you. The teacher doesn't follow the law in everything, but the method he taught you is in accordance with the law. You follow everything, you become a Buddha, you become an ancestor, you surpass the teacher. We seek a good teacher. Where is the good teacher? A virtuous teacher is the person I admire and admire the most in my mind. When he spoke to me, I obeyed 100% and did not dare to disobey at all. This person is my virtuous teacher. It doesn't mean that he is famous and prestigious, but what he said is that you are obedient but not content. Then definitely can't get achievements. What crime? Deceiving the teacher and destroying the ancestors. Why do you have to worship him as a teacher? Worship him as a teacher, and deceive the teacher. The teacher has a teacher's inheritance, and the ancestors passed it down. If you deceive the teacher, you will look down on patriarchs for many generations. And if going up and saying, you will look down on the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. This is true. You must be able to truly respect Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. This scripture was spoken by the Buddha. How dare you disobey it? After reading this sutra, and even explaining this sutra to others, it is so colorful that people nod their heads. But what they do is completely contrary to what is said in the sutra, and they do not believe in Buddhism. Belief in Buddha is very, very difficult. I have studied Buddhism for 7 years and I am determined to become a monk. After I became a monk, I began to teach scriptures and teach in Buddhist colleges. I was ordained 2 years after becoming a monk, and I have been preaching scriptures for 2 years. After receiving the precepts, I went to see Master Li in Taichung. As soon as Master Li saw me, he told me, "You must believe in Buddha." I was dumbfounded when I heard this. As soon as we met, we didn't say anything, just point at me, "You have to believe in Buddha." I was dumbfounded for a moment. The teacher immediately explained to me that it is not easy to believe in Buddha. Not to say that you are now already ordained, moreover, you are already doing the work of spreading the Dharma. Believe in Buddha. Some people have ordained for a lifetime, and still do not believe in Buddha for 80 to 90 years. What is his standard for believing in Buddhism? If you have done everything that the Buddha said in the scriptures, you are called a believer in the Buddha. If you have not done it, you do not believe it. If you believe it, there is no reason not to do it. If you refuse to do it, you will not believe it. So tell me, the word believe in Buddha is too difficult, too difficult. In Avatamsaka, and the treatise on the great virtue of wisdom, the world-honored one explained that faith is the source of the way and the mother of merit and virtue. Belief is successful, and nothing is impossible. When we practice to achieve fruition, faith is the source and the root. If you don't have strong faith, how can you succeed? If you have this confidence, we should fulfill our duties, you will definitely be able to do it.